This is a topic that I've been wanting to discuss for a little bit of time, just through my observation, whether we're speaking about quote unquote regular people. When I say regular people, I'm speaking of people that are not people of high notoriety or famous individuals. But whether we're talking about everyday blue collar individuals or we speaking about famous people, whether they be athletes, singers, hip hop superstars and moguls, whoever. This is the statement or the conversation that needs to be had because I want to bring some light to some areas just for our awareness. And in our awareness, we can awaken and make some internal adjustments in our mentality. And from that, our behavior will follow those adjustments. It's the personal life that impacts our professional success. It's our personal life. The personal decisions that we make normally will affect our professional success. What occurs is that we try to compartmentalize the two. This is me as a person, and this is me as a professional. We try to put one hat on when we in the professional arena and then take that hat off and then put the other hat on when we are conducting our personal life. Not so. We do have to modify our behavior and conversation and demeanor to the setting that we find ourselves in. But this is the point of the conversation is it's the personal life that transitions over and the decision that's made internally in the person that we are that can and will affect our professional success. All it takes is one decision. Now, the decision that we make is really a behavior that lies dormant internally within us in association with a mentality. It takes the right environment to bring that thought or belief system or the component of belief system to the surface, and it equates to an action that is outside of the standard in the specific setting and results in us losing. You take, I hate to go back to this, but I never talked about what took place between the Will Smith and the Chris Rock situation in context of how our personal decisions affect our professional success. What occurs with us is when whatever profession we find ourselves in, what normally occurs is that we dedicate more time to perfecting the skill set in our profession than we do working on ourselves individually. We put the cart before the horse. We focus on my skill set, my talent, or my gift, my natural ability to execute. I practice on that every day because that equates to value, and value is equivalent to compensation in the marketplace. I need compensation. I need money to be able to live for food, shelter, amenities, luxuries, necessities. But because we place a tremendous amount of emphasis on making sure that professionally we sharp, whether I'm an actor, whether I'm a singer, whether I'm a writer, whether I'm a speaker, whether I'm a teacher, whatever profession that is, we negate and we become negligent in our personal growth and development. And the decisions, the core of the decisions that we make outside of understanding our industry from a business standpoint is going to come from our perceived identity, which is equivalent to our character. If we look at the Will Smith situation, which I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, but I want to use that example for principal purposes. That whatever mentality that produced that behavior that was in him was dormant. Dormant meaning that it hadn't manifested, it didn't rise up to the surface until he was in the right environment. It probably came up several times before, but the volcano didn't erupt until it was suppressed so much that it was unbearably containable. You could not contain it because an internal issue that is suppressed will erupt into a volcano when placed in the right environment. A suppressed behavior internally will erupt when it is placed in the right environment. And the right environment produces the wrong action, and the wrong action equates to loss professionally. What am I saying? Work, be intentional in the development of who you are. Your profession is not who you are as a person. When your profession becomes who you are as a person, we can't distinguish the two. We place emphasis on developing as a professional because that's what people recognize us as. And we take on that celebrity of sorts, and we forget to work on ourselves intentionally, privately. The hangups that I have, the mentalities that I have, the accountability that is necessary to help me and help us become the best version of ourselves has to be of top priority in contrast to our professionalism, because it takes one decision to wash away all the years of sacrifice and hard work. But that one decision did not appear to us magically. There was different experiences, different events, different interpretations that were suppressed, that wasn't addressed. So on the surface, it may look like, wow, I didn't know that person was capable of that. It may look as though it's a one-time event or experience, but it built itself up over a period of time. And that behavior, that belief system got confirmed, and it got stronger, and it got deeper, and it got deeply rooted within an individual. And when it came down to it, now that behavior, that dysfunctional thought had to externalize itself. And it costs, and it hurts, and it's a lot of remorse and regret. But remorse and regret does not change the mentality. Humility, awareness, sacrifice, and being intentional to admit the flaw, admit the mistake, and not let the mistake own you, but own the mistake, and more importantly, own the responsibility to be intentional to change the mindset.